Hey, you. So, if you've ever felt like I just don't belong anywhere, maybe I'm just meant to be alone. I'm here to tell you unequivocally that is your nervous system speaking, not your soul. And it is speaking to protect you because at one point in your life, connection literally was unsafe. So that thought process, that feeling, that sensation, it is totally valid. But that was then and this is now. So anchor into this moment and hear me. You are human and you are worthy and deserving of connection. In fact, it is your birthright and you deserve people who are going to be unconditional with you, or at least who are learning to be unconditional, who resonate, who align, who actually can meet you. That exists in connection, in fact, is biologically hardwired into the human species. You, my friend, are not the exception. Even though life may have delivered you the opposite message and evidence repeatedly, you are not an island unto yourself and you are not meant to be an island unto yourself. It is okay to ask for help. It is okay to utilize other people as resources for healing. Not everything needs to be excavated from deep within the psyche. Sometimes the path of least resistance and the lesson is using our external resources, even if that's people, to heal and to resolve and to come into a state of wellness once again. If you have walked through the world and never felt like you could fully fit in or fit the mold or belong, no matter where you went. So maybe you were just very unique and different from the societal make or mold. If you know anything about my story and my life experience, you know that this is very much been the way that I have interfaced with the world, even coded and programmed into my astrology and the blueprint for my life. So it is by no mistake that I've had this experience. However, it has also been an extremely challenging experience to weed through and then to shift my perspective and sort of rectify on a somatic level, on a feeling level, on an emotional level, and everywhere on a physical level. Because yes, these experiences imprint even onto our physical bodies all too often. Maybe it's also that even where you did belong, maybe you never felt like you could fully just let go and be your authentic self for survival purposes, for social survival. Maybe you never had that safe and soft place to land where there were other people who were just like you or who were fully unconditional and understanding of your unique experience of the world. And you know what? That's understandable too, because when somebody comes in very, very different, it's almost human nature to want to look at that being and be like, oh, what's wrong with them? Let's fix them. Or this is foreign, so this is a little bit uncomfortable, you know? So it's actually, I think, a natural impulse, but it translates in the being as rejection. It translates in the being as, oh, I don't fit anywhere. What is wrong with me and why am I like this? And here's the thing, if this has been repeatedly imprinted into your life experience, you are therefore also running certain programs on a nervous system level to account for the way that you've interacted with life and with other beings. So you've developed and incorporated certain adaptations, psychological and physiological responses to the way that life feels. And maybe the world feels like a little bit of a threat because you feel like an outsider. Maybe you were eventually able to fully settle into your skin, or maybe you're in that process. When we have this experience, our nervous system is typically running the program that there's something wrong with us and that we're the only one, that we don't fit in anywhere. We're the alien. We are the isolated. We are the outsider. And it's just something that we're always going to have to deal with. But I'm here to tell you that there are so many other people who have come in with this unique experience. It may not be the mainstream experience of life, if you will, but it is a valuable experience. Nothing has gone wrong. It's not a flaw or an imperfection about you. That's first of all. But when life has proved to us repeatedly that we just don't belong, we generally feel like we are completely and totally alone in this. This is just not true. Your people are out there. Our people are out here. And I can't even tell you how many clients are coming to me lately with this exact same experience. And they all feel like they're the only one. There's nobody else to fit into. There's nobody compatible. There's nobody resonant to their energy, and nobody that can even understand their perception, their perspective, and their experience of this life. I totally have felt like this at so many points in my life, and I am realizing more and more and more that there are so many more of us out here, and we are finding each other, and we're also learning to integrate into the whole of other people. Like, we don't have to isolate ourselves because we're different, but we can integrate with people whose experiences are completely and totally different. We can also learn to embrace our truth and to hold ourselves and our unique avatar despite the circumstances, the situation, or the environment that we're in at any given time. It is okay. It is safe now to be who we are, whether or not there are people who energetically resonate around us. And the more that we embody our innate truth, the more that those in alignment beings are going to show up in our field and in our lives. Because if we wear the mask forever, we're going to match up with more of the mask. And well, if we really want to truly let go and breathe and feel that cathartic feeling of being understood and being perceived for just who you are and that being okay, that doesn't really propose the solution. So many of us are afraid to be perceived. So many of us are running a freeze program in the nervous system. So many of us are running a fawning program or a stress response in the nervous system. And there is healing for that, but healing often happens through other people in this scenario. Your nervous system, in order to keep you safe, is telling you that there is no one out there that can understand. There's no one to grasp you. Your people don't exist. And my love, they do. They do. Little by little, the beings who have had this similar experience are going to connect. They're going to come into communion and community, and we can support and strengthen and help to meet each other's needs that went unmet. I was just having this conversation with somebody the other day. This is a very unique experience of the world. Not everybody can grasp this because it's not mainstream. I truly believe that with this experience, we are like little puzzle pieces that come into each other's lives and help us to remember who we are. Also help us to bring awareness into the shadows, to bring warmth and safety and security and beauty and creativity back into the spaces that felt completely and totally alone and barren, riddled with isolation. And also to remind us how to connect and how to be supported relationally, because that is 100% possible for you, no matter how long you didn't belong or how long your period of isolation has lasted. Humans are meant to connect. Humans are dependent on each other, and that is okay. That is beautiful. That is how the game was designed. We are meant to support each other. We co-regulate on a nervous system level, and we are the puzzle pieces that help each other return back to a state of wholeness. If you feel completely and totally alone and you've never fit anywhere, your time is coming. Take every opportunity you can, as uncomfortable as it is at first, because trust me, I know how uncomfortable it is to step out of the dungeon and reconnect with human beings after periods of isolation and sort of hermiting. There's nothing else that is going to heal that relational trauma than co-regulation and coming back into community. So just remember that you are not alone, ever.